Hey everyone, welcome to the lecture. And in this lecture we are going to use how we can use wrapper classes while we are writing our own SOAP services. Again, the use of wrapper classes like you wanted to get multiple parameters inside a single request, or you wanted to use or you wanted to get multiple parameters for different objects, and then based on the parameters that we are getting, you can manipulate your request, you can manipulate your logic, and then do the processing what you wanted to do here. So for this we already have a class here that is saying that account wrapper, which having 5 parameters including name, rating, industry, phone and account number. So what use case we are going to follow is we are going to hit a request from Workbench, and then we will be creating an account record based on the parameter values that we are getting for this class. So how we will do that again? So we need to quickly create a method that will be having a web service keyword, and yes, for our wrapper class as well we must need to define our keyword as a web service. Why we need to define our keyword as a web service for a variable here? So that we can get access to this variable outside of our Salesforce environment, and then we can send the value for these variables. Now I will say here is create account, and instead of this string type of parameter I am going to say here account wrapper or quickly account record. And now what we are going to do here is let's quickly prepare an account record here, and then insert that account record and then return the information to the system. So what we will say here, account record dot name, and then we have account record dot rating, and again we have account record dot industry. These are the standard fields that we are going to use here. We have phone, and then we have phone account number as well. So these are the 5 fields that we are going to insert. From where we are getting the fields? Again we are getting from a wrapper class, that is a name, and then we have rating because the API name for the fields of both the objects and wrapper class are same, that's why we are using the same here. Let's quickly put that, and then we will prepare our request to do the same here. So now we have got this. Okay, let's quickly insert this account here. Now we will say insert our record that we just prepared, and then return the same record. So here we need to change the return type of our method as well. So we just quickly need to replace string with our account record. Now what we did, we quickly created a method that is a type web service. That means we can consume this method from our JavaScript buttons as well, and from our Workbench or some other testing web service testing tools or some other programming languages. Now we created, we are returning, inserting and all. Now let's quickly prepare a XML request for this. Now we have got here and the same like in the previous session we did. We have got this session ID, session headers, and then the only thing that we need to change is inside body. Now we will be changing the name of our method, which is create account. So for both opening and closing element, now we have changed this method. Now how we are going to say here, because it's a wrapper class, and earlier we had string type of parameters, we quickly gave the values. Now how we will be sending the values? So for that we have let's the namespace that we provided, the name of our class, opening and closing elements that we have to define here. Now what we need to do is, again we have to follow the same thing, that is Amit colon name. So it will be sending a name for me. Now what we did, again this is a method, a web service method that we wanted to consume or we wanted to hit. This is a wrapper class. The parameter that we just created, instead of account wrapper, it should be account record. So it should be an account record. We just need to replace, and then under that method we can pass the parameters of our wrapper classes. So now we can pass here, we have 5 parameters, industry, rating. So what we are going to do is we are going to quickly pass those parameters here. So I'm going to say rating here, and then we have got industry as well, and then we have got phone, and then at the end we have got account number for the account record here. So now let's quickly paste it here. Now for the name, let's quickly say here web service account. That's what we are getting for the name. And for the rating, let's quickly provide a hot. Rating is a picklist value on account object, and the acceptable values are hot, cold and warm. So I'm going to provide hot here. For the industry, let's quickly say that education, this is also a picklist value and education is a valid value for that. For phone number, I'm going to provide 10 9 here, so I'm going to set the 10-digit phone number, which is 10 times 9. And for the account number, let's quickly provide some random values. This is also a text field here on account object. Now we prepared our request. Let's quickly copy this request. Again, make sure that you are changing your session ID, and this session ID is similar for me. I just need to copy and paste the request, and wish me the luck for this request. Let's wait what we are getting here. Okay, we got an error, 500 server error, and we will be seeing an error here saying that no operation available for the request, and that is please check the WSDL for the service. Okay, again we can quickly check here. We have create account, which is a method that we just created. Okay, let's quickly get back here. It's an the service method. What we will quickly do is we'll quickly try to comment out this, because I believe we can have only one method which is web service for a single class. So now let's quickly execute this and see if that works. Nope, not working. So let's quickly dig out the error and see what is the root cause for this. Okay, so problem is inside our namespace URL. If you see here in the URL, we have appended namespace. We don't have any namespace, we no need to provide that here. Now if we will execute, we should be able to create a new record here. And yes, we are able to create here. You can see here 200 records, and we are getting the account ID as well. Now if we get back to our Apex, and then we to our Salesforce environment, paste that ID, we should be able to get the information what we created here on top. Even you can see it's a web service account, account number, education, rating and phone. Now let's quickly try to uncomment the method that we just commented out, because we are testing, or we are trying to find out can we have more than one web service method. So we will be testing it now here. So to test it, we will be changing web service account 1, or we can say that web service account _2, so that we can see either it works or not. I'm sure it will work. Yes, it will work. So you can have that we are getting 200 records, and now the ID is for our account. Where is that? This is the ID of our account, and we can quickly copy and paste here. So you can see here we are getting an XML output. To just see that output in a beautiful way, or in a beautify way, what we have is we can quickly go to the XML formatter, which is an online tool, and this tool will be able to parse our Apex and will display our XML will display in a very beautiful, or we can say that human readable format here. So you can see here we have got XML as an output, and inside body we are getting create account response. So this is our method, and the response will automatically be appended after the method name. So even we will see how we can generate Apex class from our web service, from our WSDL file. And then you can see here for the result, what is the type is account, and then what are the parameters for that particular result type. So this is how quickly you can use a parameter, a wrapper class as an input for your SOAP web service as well. And instead of having the account here, you might be having some contact object as well, like you can say here web service, and then you can say here instead of a string, you can say here contact, and you can say contact record. And then in the request you can send the contact record for the for creating contact record, just quickly to show you. And then inside the method event, now we have this parameter that is account record, and inside account record we can send here saying that Amit colon contact record, and then again opening and closing element we have to provide for an XML request. And then here you can say here, because contact have a required attribute that is last name, so we are sending here. So this is how like you can send here, let's say that here web service contact, that is only for last name. And then what we will do is we will try to insert that contact here. So let's quickly see here contact record here. How we will get inside our wrapper class, we have a variable called contact record. So we can say here dot contact record, and then what we will say is let's quickly associate this contact record account ID, whatever the account we are inserting here. And now instead of returning account record, let's quickly return an account wrapper here. Now we have got this account wrapper we are returning. We are in, okay, what we are getting an error here. Okay, it should be returning an account record, because we returned here the class name, which is an invalid here. So now you can see we are inserting contact and account. Let's quickly change the account name to web service account underscore 3 here, and for the contact let's quickly say web service contact without any space. Try to execute and hope we should be able to create account and contact both. So yes, we are getting 200 response, that is correct, and we are getting, let's quickly beautify this as well so that we can see what actually we are getting. So we are here and our response should be in our browser. Now you can see here we have got result under again that account response. For the result we have got account number, and then you can see for the contact it is again saying what is the type, and then we have got contact information, and then we have got the rest of values here. So this is how, if we get back to our quickly, if we check the account record, we must be able to see account with that, and then is there no contact under that account record? What happened? Okay, let's quickly copy here. Okay, it should be here, right? We created a contact record dot account. Okay, we did not insert it, that's why here we did not insert it contact record. That's the miss from our side. Unless like if we have not missed that, we definitely had seen that contact under that account record. So this is it for this lecture. I will meet you into the next lecture. Thank you.